and the epicenter is the black community in America. Over the past 5 years, something unprecedented has been unfolding. Black Americans by the millions are rejecting the slave mentality that was engineered into their minds. They are walking away from the churches that taught them to turn the other cheek while their oppressors slapped both sides of their face. They are building independent schools, independent banks, independent systems. They are refusing to beg for integration into a burning house. Have you noticed the shift? Have you felt it in your spirit? Something is moving beneath the surface of this nation. You are witnessing the fulfillment of ancient prophecy in real time. What is happening in America right now is not random. It is not coincidence. It is not even primarily political, though politics cannot escape its shockwave. What you are seeing is the unwinding of a 400-year curse and the activation of a promise that was made to a man named Abraham in the desert 4 millennia ago. The timeline has expired, the clock has run out, the alarm is sounding, and millions of people are waking up. Between 2019 and 2020, the world changed. You remember it. COVID-19 swept across the globe, economies collapsed, people were locked in their homes. Then came George Floyd. Then came the largest protests in American history, with up to 26 million people taking to the streets. Statues of slaveholders were torn down. Corporations scrambled to issue statements about racial justice. The entire world was forced to look at America's original sin and call it by its name. But here is what most people missed. Here is what the news anchors did not tell you. Here is what the historians are too afraid to write. That was not just a social movement. That was a prophetic alarm clock going off. That was God saying the contract has expired. That was the universe shouting that 400 years are up and the afterward has begun. You have been lied to your whole life, and today that ends. You have been told that your suffering is accidental, that your poverty is your fault, that your position at the bottom of every statistical category in America is because of something you did or failed to do. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell. Your suffering was prophesied. Your affliction was predicted. Your scattering was written. But so was your rising. So was your restoration. So was your coming out with great substance. The question is not whether this prophecy will be fulfilled. The question is whether you will be awake enough to participate when it does. What I am about to show you will send chills down your spine. What I am about to reveal will make you question everything you were taught in school, everything you heard in church, everything you thought you knew about American history and biblical prophecy. You are going to see with your own eyes how every single detail of the Black American experience was written in Scripture thousands of years before the first slave ship ever touched the shores of Virginia. And you are going to understand why the powers that be have worked so hard to keep you away from this truth. Because the moment you see it, everything changes. The moment you know it, you cannot unknow it. The moment you believe it, you become dangerous to the system that has fed off your ignorance for 4 centuries. But the real shock comes when you see who was behind this all along. Open your Bible to Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. If you do not have a Bible, pull one up on your phone right now. I will wait. Because what you are about to read is the key that unlocks everything. This is the scripture they glossed over in Sunday school. This is the prophecy that reveals your identity, your history, and your destiny in one devastating passage. Here is what it says. God is speaking to Abraham, the father of the faithful, and he tells him this. Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Read it again, slowly. Let every word sink into your spirit. Strangers in a land that is not theirs, serve them, afflict them, 400 years. Then judgment on the oppressor nation, then coming out with great substance. Now let me ask you a question. Who in America has been strangers in a land that was not theirs? Who was brought here in chains from another continent, ripped from their homeland, forced to live in a foreign nation? Black Americans, who served, who was enslaved for generations, forced to build the wealth of this nation with their bare hands while receiving nothing in return. Black Americans, who was afflicted, who was beaten, lynched, raped, separated from their families, stripped of their language, robbed of their culture, and psychologically tortured for centuries. Black Americans. But here is where it gets spine-tingling. The prophecy says 400 years, not 399, not 401, exactly 400 years. So let me take you to a history book. In August of 1619, a ship called the White Lion docked at Point Comfort in Virginia. That ship carried 20 and odd Negroes, as the colonist John Rolfe recorded. They were sold for food and supplies. They were the first enslaved Africans to arrive in English North America. That moment in 1619 marked the beginning of African slavery in what would become the United States of America. Now, do the math with me. 1619, add 400 years. What year do you get? 2019. The prophecy said 400 years of affliction. The timeline started in 1619. 400 years later brings you to 2019. And what happened in 2019 and 2020? In December of 2019, COVID-19 emerged in China. By early 2020, it had spread across the entire world. Economies shut down, nations went into lockdown. The entire planet was shaken to its core. Then, in May of 2020, George Floyd was murdered on camera in Minneapolis. Within days, the largest protests in American history erupted. Between 15 and 26 million Americans took to the streets. Over 7,500 demonstrations linked to the Black Lives Matter movement were recorded in just 3 months. More than 80% of these protests were peaceful, but the sheer scale was unprecedented. Cities burned, statues fell. The National Guard was deployed in numbers not seen since World War II. The whole world watched as America's sin was exposed on every screen, every television, every news channel across the globe. That is not coincidence.
It's crazy work.
That is covenant expiration date. The 400 years are up. The timer went off. The sentence was completed. And exactly on schedule, the nation that enslaved and afflicted God's people began to be judged. Because the prophecy does not end at 400 years. Go back and read verse 14. And also, that nation, whom they shall serve, will I judge. America is being judged right now. The economic instability, the political chaos, the moral confusion, the social unrest, the plague that shut down the most powerful nation on earth.
If you say so,
This is
Drew.
judgment. This is what it looks like when God keeps his word. But most people stop reading at the affliction. Most preachers stop teaching after the 400 years of suffering. They leave you in bondage, in victimhood, in an identity built entirely on pain. But that is not where the scripture ends. Verse 14 says, afterward shall they come out with great substance. Afterward, after the 400 years, after the judgment on the oppressor nation, afterward the people who were afflicted will come out, not stay in, not integrate into, come out, and they will not come out empty-handed. They will come out with great substance, with wealth, with resources, with power, with restitution. We are living in the afterward right now. The 400 years ended in 2019. The judgment started immediately in 2020. And the coming out with great substance is unfolding before your eyes. You are watching it happen. The question is, do you have eyes to see it? Or are you still so conditioned by the system that you think all of this is just politics, just current events, just the news cycle? This is not CNN. This is prophecy.
Prophecy.
This is not MSNBC.
This ain't that.
This is the word of God manifesting in real time. But there is more. So much more. Genesis 15 is just the beginning. There are layers upon layers of scripture that describe the Black American experience with such precision, such detail, such undeniable accuracy, that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Let me show you what I mean. Let me take you deeper into the word. Let me show you scriptures that will make your jaw drop and your spirit leap, because you will finally see yourself in the Bible. You will finally understand that your story was written long before you were born. And you will finally realize that if your affliction was prophesied, then your rising is guaranteed.
It's
Turn with me
guaranteed.
to Deuteronomy chapter 28. This chapter is called The Blessings and the Curses. It outlines what will happen to the children of Israel if they keep the covenant, and what will happen if they break it. From verse 15 onward, the curses are listed in painful, explicit detail. And I want you to pay very close attention, because what you are about to hear is going to shake you to your core. These are not vague, symbolic, metaphorical descriptions. These are exact, literal, undeniable matches to the Black American experience. Start with Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Read that again. Bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Egypt in the Bible is not just a physical location. It is a symbol of the house of bondage, the place of slavery, the land of oppression. The children of Israel were enslaved in Egypt before Moses led them out. So when God says he will bring them into Egypt again, he is saying they will return to a state of slavery. But notice the detail. With ships, not by walking, not by
Israel
land,
violated the covenant with
with
God.
ships.
Israel is a
How
rogue
Africa
nation.
is
Is a
brought
rogue
to
nation.
America. Ships, the Middle Passage, the transatlantic slave trade. 12 to 15 million Africans were kidnapped from their homeland, chained in the bellies of ships, and transported across the ocean to a new Egypt called America. Millions died at sea. Their bodies were thrown overboard like cargo. The ships were floating coffins, reeking of death and despair. And it was all prophesied. Deuteronomy 28:68. Brought into Egypt again with ships, the verse continues. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, sold, on auction blocks, in slave markets, stripped naked, inspected like animals, families torn apart, mothers sold away from children, husbands separated from wives, sold to your enemies, not your friends, not your allies, your enemies. People who hated you, dehumanized you, worked you to death and replaced you when you dropped. That is exactly what happened to African slaves in America. They were sold as bondmen and bondwomen, as property, as chattel, as less than human. And then the final phrase, and no man shall buy you. Now that seems confusing at first. If they were sold, how can it say no man shall buy you? But look at the Hebrew. The phrase can also mean, no man shall redeem you. No one will buy you back. No one will purchase your freedom. You will be stuck in that condition with no way out, no redeemer, no deliverer. For 400 years, black people in America had no redeemer. Even after so-called emancipation, they were trapped in sharecropping, convict leasing, Jim Crow, redlining, mass incarceration. Different names, same chains. No man shall buy you. No man shall set you free, until God himself decides the time is up. But there is more. Go to verse 43 and 44. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Look at America today. Immigrants come to this country, and within one generation, they are prospering. They open businesses, they buy homes, they climb the economic ladder. Meanwhile, black Americans, who have been here longer than almost anyone, remain at the bottom of nearly every economic indicator. The stranger gets up above thee very high. Thou shalt come down very low. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. The wealth gap between black and white Americans is staggering. During the 2008 financial crisis, the median black household lost 33% of its total wealth, compared to just 12% for white households. Black home values dropped 35%, while white home values dropped only 20%. Black Americans were targeted with predatory loans and subprime mortgages, set up to fail, set up to lose everything they had built. Even when black people work hard, save money, and try to build wealth, the system is rigged to strip it away. The tail, not the head. The bottom, not the top. Exactly as the curse predicted. Now go to verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. An astonishment, something shocking, unbelievable, that makes people stop and stare. A proverb, a common saying, a stereotype, a caricature, a byword, a punchline, an insult, something people use to mock and degrade. How are black Americans perceived around the world? They are mocked in media. They are stereotyped in movies. They are turned into caricatures of violence, ignorance, and dysfunction. Every other ethnic group in the world has an opinion about black Americans, and most of it is negative. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations. Not some nations, all nations. Everywhere the image of the black American has been broadcast, it has been twisted, distorted, and used as a byword. Do you see it now? Do you see how precise this is? These are not vague predictions that could apply to anyone. These are specific, undeniable, laser-focused descriptions of the black American experience, brought in ships, sold into slavery, strangers in a foreign land, the tail and not the head, a byword among all nations. Every single detail matches. Every single curse has been fulfilled. But if the curses are real, then the blessings are real too.
Blessings got
If
to
the
be real.
affliction was prophesied, then the redemption is prophesied. If Deuteronomy 28 describes your past, then other scriptures describe your future. And that
Definitely
future
America
is
broke this
glorious.
shit.
Let me
Definitely
take
broke
you
this
to
shit.
Isaiah chapter 14, verses 1
Miss
and 2.
Maya.
For the Lord will have
Definitely.
mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Read that last line again. They shall rule over their oppressors.
They shall rule
This
over
is
their
the great
oppressors.
reversal prophecy. The Lord will have mercy. After 400 years of judgment, after generations of affliction, God says, I will have mercy. Mercy means the suffering stops. Mercy means the tide turns. Mercy means what the enemy meant for evil, God turns for good. And the people who were oppressed, the people who were at the bottom, the people who were the tail, they will rise. Not just rise to equality, not just rise to integration. They will rule over their oppressors. The last shall be first. The bottom rail will come to the top. The stone that the builders rejected will become the chief cornerstone. Do you see this happening yet? Look at culture. Whose music dominates the world? Black culture. Whose fashion sets the trends? Black culture. Whose language is copied by every generation of young people? Black slang, black vernacular, black expression. Despite being 13% of the population, and despite being economically oppressed, black Americans have a cultural dominance that is undeniable. That is the beginning of the reversal. That is the prophecy starting to manifest. You have influence before you have wealth. You have moral authority before you have political power. But it is coming. The full manifestation is coming. The pattern is biblical. Look at Joseph. He was sold into slavery by his brothers. He was falsely accused and thrown into prison. He spent years at the bottom, forgotten, oppressed. But then God lifted him up in one day. One day he went from the prison to the palace. One day he went from slave to second, in command of the most powerful nation on earth. And when the famine came, his brothers had to bow before him and beg for food. The oppressed became the ruler. The slave became the savior. That is God's pattern. He takes the rejected stone and makes it the chief cornerstone. He takes the last and makes them first. He takes the tail and makes it the head. But this reversal requires participation. The prophecy is the wind in the sail, but you still have to set the sail. You still have to position yourself. You still have to prepare. You cannot sit back and wait for a magical reversal to happen while you do nothing. God is moving, but you must move with him. You must study. You must build. You must save. You must invest. You must teach your children. You must reject the lies. You must come out of Babylon mentally, spiritually, and economically. The prophecy guarantees the outcome, but your obedience determines whether you personally experience it. Now let me take you to one of the most powerful prophetic pictures in the entire Bible, Ezekiel chapter 37. The vision of the dry bones. The Lord brought Ezekiel to a valley full of bones, skeletons, the remains of dead people scattered everywhere. And God asked him a question. Son of man, can these bones live? It seemed impossible. They were not just dead, they were dry. They had been dead for a long time. There was no flesh, no breath, no life. How could they possibly live? But Ezekiel said, O Lord God, thou knowest. And God told him to prophesy to the bones. So Ezekiel spoke to the bones. And as he spoke, there was a noise, a shaking, a rattling sound. The bones began to move. Bone connected to bone. Skeletons formed. Then flesh grew on them. Then skin covered the flesh. But they still were not alive. There was no breath in them. So God told Ezekiel to prophesy to the breath. And when he did, breath entered the bodies, and they stood up on their feet, an exceedingly great army. Then God explained the vision. These bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, our bones are dried, our hope is lost, we are cut off. But I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel.
Let me
And I
help.
will put
Let me
my
help you
spirit
out.
in you, and ye shall live. This is what is happening in the black community right now. For generations,
Whoop.
we were dry bones, scattered, broken, dead to our true identity, cut off from our history, separated from our culture. We said our hope is lost. We are destroyed. There is no way back. But then something started to happen. A rattling, a noise, a shaking. Millions of black people started researching their roots,
They got them
started learning about
24.
the Hebrew Israelites,
That
started questioning the
24.
religion they were taught,
That
started rejecting the
24.
slave mentality. That is the bones coming together. Then the flesh started forming. Black men started coming back to their families. Black businesses started being built. Black schools started being
Holla at
established. Independent systems started being created. That is the flesh forming on the bones. But we still need the breath. We still need the Spirit of God to fully breathe life into this movement. And that is happening now too. There is a spiritual hunger in the community like never before. People are praying. People are fasting. People are seeking God's face.
you.
The breath is entering. The army is standing up. Ezekiel 37 verse 14 says, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land, not integrated into their land, not begging for a seat at their table, your own land, your own systems, your own economy, your own government, your own everything. That is the end game. Not inclusion in Babylon, separation from Babylon, not diversity in their system. Your own system built on righteousness, justice, and the word of God. Picture this in your mind. A valley full of skeletons. Hundreds, thousands, millions of them. Dry, lifeless, hopeless. Then suddenly, a noise, a rattling. Bone connects to bone. Skeletons form. Then flesh. Then skin. Then breath. Then an army.
Army.
That is what you are witnessing in 2026. That is the dry bones coming to life. The noise you hear in the culture, the debates, the controversies, the awakening, that is the rattling of the bones. Do not be discouraged by the chaos. Chaos precedes order. Noise precedes life. The shaking means something is happening. The rattling means the prophecy is in motion. Let me show you one more set of scriptures before we move on. Revelation chapter 13 verse 10 and Revelation chapter 18 verse 4. These are end times prophecies that directly connect to what is happening right now. Revelation 13:10 says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is the law of divine reciprocity. What you sow, you reap. What you do to others will be done to you." The nation that led millions into captivity will itself go into captivity. America enslaved black people for 400 years. Now America is experiencing its own captivity. Economic slavery through debt. Nearly every American is a slave to credit cards, student loans, mortgages, car payments. Political captivity through a broken two-party system that gives the illusion of choice but delivers the same oppression. Spiritual captivity through a culture.
How the fuck? Man, excuse my language. How the hell did he know how to say that? Man, we gotta go back, dog. We got to goddamn go back, dog. How did he know how to say that, dog? God damn, this is a fucking AI. How did he know to put dog? Hold on, dog. Hold on. We got to go back, dog. We got to go back, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
What you
God
sow,
damn.
you reap. What you do to others will be done to you. The nation that led millions into captivity will itself go into captivity. America enslaved black people for 400 years. Now America is experiencing its own captivity. Economic slavery through debt. Nearly every American is a slave to credit cards, student loans, mortgages, car payments. Political captivity through a broken two-party system that gives the illusion of choice.
Through a two-party system that gives the illusion of you having a choice. God dang, boy. That's a poisonous choice of word, boy. That boy stinging with them words, man.
The same oppression.
God
Spiritual
dang.
captivity through a culture that
But
worships
but hold on, I forgot the most important part. They give you the illusion that you have a choice, but boy, both choices delivers the same oppression.
and self-destruction.
Yeah.
Mental captivity through propaganda, media manipulation, and engineered confusion. America is in captivity right now. The chains look different, but they are just as real. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Now go to Revelation 18 verse 4.
See, I always thought that. I always said this. So, you know how they say they got fake preachers and stuff? You know, what if you think is God gonna let is you wrong for following a fake preacher and you don't know he fake? Is God gonna punish the preacher, or is he gonna punish y'all for following the fake preacher too? That shit crazy, bro. You
I
know.
heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." Who is speaking? God. Who is he speaking to? My people. And what is he telling them? Come out of her. Come out of who?
Babylon.
Babylon.
You know.
Revelation 18 describes the
Babylon,
Babylon, a great city, a powerful empire built on wealth, oppression, and sin. Many scholars believe this Babylon represents the end times world system, and specifically the nation that has dominated the world economically, militarily, and culturally for the past century. That nation is America. God is calling his people to come out of Babylon. Not physically necessarily, though that may be part of it, but mentally, spiritually, economically. Stop depending on her systems. Stop trusting her institutions. Stop feeding her economy with your dollars. Stop filling your mind with her propaganda. Stop adopting her values. Stop worshipping her idols. Come out, separate yourself, build your own, because plagues are coming to Babylon. Judgment is coming. And if you are still partaking of her sins when the judgment falls, you will receive her plagues too.
See, that's what I said.
This is why you feel uncomfortable in their churches, their schools, their corporations. This is why you feel the urge to build your own. That is not bitterness. That is not division. That is the voice of God saying, "Come out of her, my people." While Babylon falls, God's people are being extracted. While the system crumbles, the remnant is being protected. While the plagues hit, those who came out are covered. The call is clear. The warning is loud. The question is, will you obey? Revelation 18 goes on to describe the plagues that will hit Babylon. Economic collapse, sudden destruction, mourning and weeping from the kings and merchants of the earth. In 1 hour, she
Whoop.
falls. In 1
I'll
day,
let you when I see you,
the
homeboy.
judgment comes.
You see how
Disaster
quick, see how that
after
worked
the
out?
news, economic instability, stock market crashes, inflation out of control,
That quick.
the dollar losing value, political chaos, social unrest, moral decay.
Appreciate you,
These are not
D-Mac.
random events. These are the beginning of Babylon's fall, and it will accelerate, it will intensify. It will reach a point where the system cannot hold itself together anymore. And when it falls, where will you be? Inside or outside? Depending on her or depending on God? Partaking of her sins or separated unto holiness? Your position now determines your outcome then. So let me be very clear about what the scriptures are saying. Deuteronomy 28 describes your past. The curses match the Black American experience with undeniable precision. Genesis 15 gives the timeline. 400 years of affliction, then judgment on the oppressor, then coming out with great substance. Isaiah 14 promises the reversal. You will rule over your oppressors. Ezekiel 37 shows the process. The dry bones are coming to life right now. And Revelation 13 and 18 reveal the end.
Thank you, bro.
The
I
oppressor
got,
goes into captivity.
I don't be paying
Babylon
attention to
falls,
them.
and God's people are called to come out before the plagues hit.
The truth be hurting,
Every piece
D-Mac.
of the
That's what it
puzzle is
be.
there. Every scripture is clear. Every prophecy is activating. The only question left is, do you believe it? And you will not believe what the Bible says about this next part. Let me take you on a journey through history. Because prophecy is not just about the future. Prophecy echoes through time. It leaves fingerprints on every generation. And when you look at the history of Black people in America through the lens of scripture, you will see the same patterns repeating over and over again. You will see the curse running its course. You will see the prophecy fulfilling itself in real time. And you will see that we are not in some random moment. We are at the climax of a story that has been unfolding for 4 centuries. 1619, August, Point Comfort, Virginia. The White Lion ship arrives, carrying 20 and odd Africans.
Free
They are
Palestine,
not the
man.
first
Free
Africans
all
to
of
be
them, man.
Americans. Spanish and Portuguese colonizers
Free all
have
to
been
everybody,
using
all the
African
countries,
slave
man.
labor for decades in South America and the Caribbean. But this was the first time enslaved Africans were brought to English North America, to the land that would become the United States. John Rolfe, the colonist who married Pocahontas, recorded the event in his journal. He brought not anything but 20 and odd Negroes, he wrote, as if they were cargo, as if they were nothing, just 20 and odd Negroes. Those 20 people were sold for food and supplies. They were taken to Jamestown and Flowerdew 100, a plantation on the James River. And with that transaction, the curse began its 400-year countdown. Deuteronomy 28:68. Bring thee into Egypt again with ships. The ships came, the curse activated, the timeline started. 1619 was year 1 of the 400. Over the next 2 centuries, 12 to 15 million Africans would be kidnapped
I
and
don't know about
transported
no
across the
Epstein.
Atlantic in the Middle Passage. 2 million would die at sea, their bodies thrown overboard to the sharks. The survivors would endure conditions so horrific that many chose to jump into the ocean rather than continue living. They were chained below deck in spaces so tight they could not sit up. They lay in their own waste for weeks. Disease spread, starvation was common, rape was routine. And when they finally arrived
The
in
truth be
America, they
hurting,
were
man. I'm telling y'all.
like cattle.
Hey,
Families was
I'm just sitting here thinking, man, like, it's gotta be a messed up feeling to get sold to somebody. They just sell you like you're a chicken or a cow or a pig or something. Just sell you, fool. And I'd have been a disobedient ass slave. They'd have been unalive my ass. Nigga, I don't follow them, I don't follow rules too well, dog. Telling you though, I'd have been jumped off that ship, nigga. Been jumped off that shit, nigga.
Separated, children were ripped from their mothers' arms. Husbands and wives were sold to different plantations and never saw each other again. This was
Being
not just
sold.
economic exploitation, this was
That's
spiritual
crazy.
warfare. This was an attempt to break a people so thoroughly that they would forget who they were. But here is what they did not teach you in school. This was not random. It was prophesied. The horror, the suffering, the middle passage, the auction blocks, the 400 years of affliction, all of it was written. Not because God wanted it to happen, but because God knew what would happen when his people broke the covenant. The curses were not a punishment, they were a consequence, and they were also a sign that would one day help the people remember who
Well,
they
I
are.
got what.
Because only one people in history.
Hey, well, tell Trump he need to go post some more. He need to come on with his post because I got more. Oh, I got more. Tell him to get his shit, pull this shit together, man. Hey, I even got one where hey, I even got one where he starving his own people. Hey, I even got one where he took the EBT away from his own people. Hey, tell Trump to get ready, man, because I'm good with this motherfucker. Hey, boy, I am so good with this. Hey, where he starved his own people. So Trump in 2020, hey.
Match these efforts with such
Hey, that shit hurts.
only one people
Hey, it hurts.
sold into slavery.
Hey, the truth
The
hurts.
tail and not the head, scattered among all nations and turned into a byword. Only one.
I got more.
And
Oh,
that
I got more.
is you. 1865. The Civil War ends. President Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation. Slavery is officially abolished. Black people are free, or so they were told. But were they really? The 13th Amendment says neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, shall exist. Except that one word kept the door open. That
Except.
one exception became the loophole that would re-enslave millions. Within years, black codes were passed across the South. Laws that made it illegal for black people to be unemployed, to gather in groups, to speak freely. Breaking these laws meant arrest. Arrest meant conviction. Conviction meant prison. And prisoners could be leased out to plantations, railroads, and mines to work for free. Slavery by another name, convict leasing. And it was legal because of that one word. Except black people were
Convict leasing.
freed
Dang.
from the plantation and immediately funneled into the prison. The faces changed. The chains did not. Then came sharecropping. Former slaves were given small plots of land to farm, but they had to give most of the harvest to the white landowner. They had to buy their tools, seeds, and supplies from the landowner's store at inflated prices. By the end of the season, they were always in debt, always owing more than they made, always trapped. Slavery by another name. And when black communities tried to build their own wealth, their own businesses, their own towns, they were destroyed. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921.
You better
The
know.
Black Wall Street.
The Black
Those
Wall
blocks
Street.
of black-owned businesses, homes, churches, and schools burned to the ground by a white mob. Hundreds killed, thousands left homeless, and the government did nothing. Rosewood, Florida, 1923. An entire black town wiped off the map. Wilmington, North Carolina, 1898. A successful black-led local government overthrown in a violent coup. The pattern repeated over and over. Any time black people tried to rise, they were knocked back down. Why? Because the 400 years were not up yet. 1865 was only 246 years into the timeline. There were still 154 years left on the clock. The curse was still active. Deuteronomy 28:65 says, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest." Even after so-called freedom, There was no ease, no rest, no peace. The prophecy was still running its course. 1964. The Civil Rights Act is signed. Segregation is outlawed. Black people can finally vote, eat at the same restaurants, use the same bathrooms, attend the same schools as white people. Real progress. Real change. Martin Luther King Jr. delivers his "I Have a Dream" speech. Malcolm X calls for black empowerment and self-determination. The Black Panther Party feeds children and patrols neighborhoods. For a moment, it feels like the tide is turning. For a moment, it feels like freedom is within reach. But then the assassinations begin. Malcolm X, 1965. Martin Luther King Jr., 1968. Fred Hampton, 1969. Every leader who spoke truth to power, every voice that called for real liberation, every man who inspired his people to rise up, was silenced, shot down, killed, and immediately after the civil rights victories, the war on drugs was launched. President Nixon, 1971. A war that would target black communities with surgical precision. Crack cocaine flooded black neighborhoods in the 1980s. Sentencing laws were passed that gave black men decades in prison for possession, while white men got probation for the same crime. The prison population exploded. In 1970, 300,000 people were incarcerated in America. By 2000, that number had grown to 2 million. The
Damn.
majority were black and brown. Isaiah 42:22 says, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth. For a spoil, and none saith, Restore. Snared in holes, hid in prison houses." Does that sound familiar? The prison industrial complex is not a...
Nah, this can't be real, dog. This nigga reading this shit out the Bible and then heading it dead right smack the hell on, dog. Like, they can say what they want to say. So he read this out the Bible, dog. And then comparing these times to what's going on today, it's right there. It's right there, bro.
It is a
If
biblical
you can't see
prophecy,
that, you
man.
blind.
Black men are incarcerated at 5 times the rate of white men.
5
1 in
times.
3 black men will go to prison in their lifetime. Families are destroyed, communities are gutted, and the system profits from everybody locked in a cage. Private prisons, cheap prison labor, modern-day slavery. And it is all legal because of that one word. Except, why did every 2 steps forward get pushed back by 3 steps? Because we were still inside the 400 years. 1964 was 345 years into the timeline. There were still 55 years left. The covenant had not expired yet. The curse was still in effect. Not because black people deserved it, but because God's word does not return void. What he spoke, he will fulfill. And if he spoke 400 years of affliction, then 400 years it would be. Not 390, not 350, exactly 400. 2008. Barack Obama is elected as the first black president of the United States. Hope and change. Yes, we can. A black family in the White House. Symbolically, it was monumental. Culturally, it was a turning point. But
It was
economically,
something.
it was a disaster.
Hey,
Because
it was
2000
something. But them soft booty people, man, like them not no leaders, dog. Obama and them not no leaders, dog. Hey, that girl down there, hey, that young lady, that young black woman down there in Dallas, Texas, Miss Crockett, Miss Jasmine Crockett, that's a leader. That's a leader, dog. That's what a leader look like. And she a woman. And she a woman. Hey, she run for president. I'm definitely voting for her. Definitely.
8 was also the year of the
Now suck
financial
that up.
crisis.
Tell
The
Trump we
housing
said
market
that.
collapsed.
Tell Trump the
Banks were
black
bailed out
community
of
said
taxpayer
that.
money, while homeowners were left to drown. And who was hit the
That's why they
hardest?
scared her.
Black families. Black homeownership dropped by 12% between 2007 and 2011. The typical black household lost 40% of its wealth, excluding home equity during that same period. White households lost 17%. Black households were targeted with subprime mortgages and predatory loans designed to fail. When the crash came, black families lost everything. The racial wealth gap, which had been slowly closing, exploded wider than it had been in decades. They gave us a black face in the White House while stealing our homes. They gave us representation without restitution. They gave us a symbol while robbing us of substance, and the violence continued. Trayvon Martin, 2012.
It seemed like it seemed like Miss Jasmine Crockett is the only one that got balls right now to talk shit to y'all president when they know he wrong as hell for pulling robberies on people and using our army to go do it. Yeah, that's a leader. That's a leader. That's a leader. That's a leader. Hey, anything flies. You got 48 hours to give up your goal, Africa. Give me 60% of your goal or else. My nigga, she the only people that standing up to that type of shit, dog. Bitch, we don't want to rob, we know that's their resource. You gonna take it all, though? No, we not. That's why you ain't went over there. Have you got it yet? Nigga, you know better.
Michael Brown, 2014. Tamir Rice.
It's not gonna be no, oh, we gonna leave the door open for y'all, or we gonna pay y'all soldiers $5 to $10 million. I mean $10 to $20 million to flip on y'all president in y'all country. That shit ain't gonna work with everybody, dog. That shit works with flimsy, little bitty, tiny, hoe ass countries. You can try that shit with them big countries. You gonna have to do a lot of paying because they got bigger armies. So good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Cause this where you're gonna be at. You're gonna be sitting in jail, fat, playing with these white people, bro. Bro, they just scared to tell you wrong. That's not a leader. Y'all won't tell him he wrong now, but soon as he out of office, y'all gonna be speaking and talking loudly and clearly. Y'all some bitches. Y'all some bitches. Salute to Miss Jasmine Crockett. He don't even got no words for her because he can't talk like her. First off, he don't read shit. So he don't know nothing but what percentages what somebody tell him. Or Mr. Or the gas prices going down, or the groceries going down, lying ass nigga. And y'all so stupid to go mother. It's so stupid. Either y'all don't shop or uh, y'all just fanned out on drugs or something, bro. Cause I just came from the store. I just showed you that shit ain't went no motherfucking well, nigga. Better stop it with all them lies, dog. Stop it, dog. You gonna sit up and lie to these people, and then everybody correcting you all around the news sources, like correcting you. You're lying, dude. You're lying. So y'all can have fun with Trump, but he won't be there. He won't be there. I promise you he won't be there. The votes 2 months ago already showed that he won't be there. Them same people that was on this side that he think is for him, when they put them ballots in that box, they didn't even vote for him. Hey, let that sink in. So y'all have fun with that.
2015. Philando Castile, 2016. The list goes on and on and on. Unarmed black people killed by police.
So y'all have fun with that, man.
Social media.
That's 60%.
Protests erupted.
Man, they beat y'all in every motherfucking whatever party y'all wanted. They whooped y'all ass and whooped y'all.
They were rarely convicted.
Hey, he won't be there.
They served minimal time.
I guarantee it, dog.
The system always protects itself. But something was bigger.
They gonna say America cheated.
More and more black people were starting to ask questions. Why are we still at the bottom? Why does this keep happening? Why do we keep turning the other cheek while they keep slapping both
That shit
sides?
hurt, nigga. Hey, when them votes happened, hey, when them votes happened and them vote came in and the what's of the, and they was smacking the hell out of Trump and them people, hey, that shit hurts. That shit means a lot, dog. Hey, that shit means a lot because it wasn't close. Now y'all got smacked, which means that some of them people that was on your side, Trump, ooh, they switch sides. They about to backdoor the shit out of your ass. What they about to do? So we already done ran lives about that, about the percentages and all that shit. So, these people are fans, but hey, gotta be smarter than that, man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. But I know what it's gonna be. It won't be him. I promise you it ain't gonna be him, dog. Hey, this nigga get back though. I ain't never seen a president get back though by his own people, fool. I ain't never seen a president turn on his own people. I swear to God. I never seen a president do some long shark shit and give a country 48 hours to give up 60% of their gold behind some debts. Good luck with that. Hey, gold and oil would have put us on top. Hey, but I don't think Africa is going for that, dog. I just don't think that their president is a soldier. Like, so if you were to go over there and fight against them, hey, he gonna be front line. That's the difference between him and you, Trump. That's why you a bitch. You one of them hoe ass motherfuckers that like to see people fight and don't want to fight. Get your old ass out there, grab your rifle, fat boy. Grab you a rifle and get out there. You starting all this shit. That's why your own people try to take you out. Your own goddamn people try to assassinate you. I love it when they Trump this, Trump that. Man, listen, I don't care. Long as it ain't nobody black doing nothing to them. Long as it's white on white, I'm all right with it. I'm gonna be right here for it, blogging about it. Hey, for real. And that's not me. I'm gonna be right here for it. You can't blame us on none of this shit. You can't blame us for nothing. I'm just sitting on the sideline being a blogger, you know. And the truth hurts, man. It hurts. That shit hurts, man. That shit really hurts. I know it do. I know it does, bro. Your president wrote a country a note. Wrote him a note. Didn't even go over there where he visited them afterwards. Afterwards. You wrote them people a note, nigga. Sent them a note. Finally written. Wrote them African people a note. You got 48 hours to give up your gold. See, this was a month before you did the shit to New Zealand. This was a month before, bro. You been plotting and planning this scheme for a while. But you too scared to go over there in Africa because they got some allies too, fool. It's gold, fool. The price goes up. Everybody needs that. You took the oil. See, what you don't understand, see, I think about this shit from a hustler's perspective. See, this is what you think. It's what black people think this shit too. If you take all the drugs, then nobody can't say nothing. I took all the drugs from everybody, so they gotta come buy it from me. Uh, that's not always true. You can go through somebody and get the drugs from you. They don't have to deal with you. Trump, they don't want to make deals with you, so what they probably gonna do is go to somebody who can buy a lot, purchase a lot, and give it to them from a good deal and spend their money with them, Trump. They don't have just because you got it don't mean it gotta come hand to hand from you. See, that's what you think. You trying to be a hog. Man, that's evil, dog. That's evil, dog. That's evil, fool. You think you gonna take all them folks oil and we gonna put a price on it and make all the countries pay for it from us. Like make them buy it from us, right? That's that like y'all doing them groceries that I just showed y'all in that short, right? Just put high hey, you think that's what you gonna do? Man, them people gonna, man, listen, dog. Y'all in a world of trouble, bro. You got countries telling you to come over there and play with them like that, dog. I ain't never heard no shit like this in the type of. I never heard presidents say, "Come get me, come over here," like you did them. I never heard that, dog. I'm lying. So they did. So them. So Colombia didn't say that. They didn't say that, bro. Them type of people like war. They ready for you, bro. They gonna protect them coca leaves. Better know that, or unalive they self behind them. Trust me. Trust me, bro. Not to mention where they sending that where they sending that where they sending that cocaine to? Who they sending it to? They sending it to Mexico, fool. Uh-oh. That's one of their allies. Nigga gonna have us boxed in on some bullshit. Like, nah, dog. Y'all don't, hey, listen, man. Don't think that nothing could happen, dog. Don't think that nothing could happen or bro, they don't want to make deal, dog. When you why would I buy drugs from a nigga that you know how like you got some drug? I said this in my last live. If you know how you got some drug dealers that rob people too. They sell drugs, they ball and they rob people too. They do it all. Like they all type of hustlers. But why would I go purchase a brick from a nigga that I know do shit like that? For y'all slow folks a kilo or something. I'm just talking out loud. Why would I do that, bro? I just watched what I'm trying to say is I just watched a man go to a country, didn't even let the people decide what they really, really wanted to do, and took it over. Why would I want to make a deal with you, fool? People make deals with people who do good business. Call me slow. Yeah, say whatever you want to say about me. People make deals with people that do good business. They don't make deals with jack boys. You know, it's just the way life is. So, you took that shit, dog. You took it. You can say what you want to say. Y'all can come in. I ain't even reading that shit. It hurts. You took that shit, dog. You took that shit. That's taking something. That's what you did. Like Minister Farrakhan said. What do they do in them other countries when you steal shit? Hey, what they do in them other countries when you steal shit, nigga? Chop your motherfucking hand off. Shit like that. Hey, y'all do. Okay. All right. I'm here for it though. Hey, long as they don't say my people had nothing to do with this shit, man, we good. Y'all can type, Trump this, 2828, that, man, it don't mean shit. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I knew it was some shit going on when your own people try to take you out, fat boy. Your own people try to put you on your back. Hey, I've been here since then. hey, hey, your own people try to take you out, fat boy. Then they took out your protege. Oh, he didn't make it. He didn't make it at all. Damn. That's when I say, man, there's some shit going on with them, man. It's some shit. Long as it ain't us, you know. Pardoning all them people that stormed in the Capitol. Hey, boy, you doing a lot of evil shit, boy. Hey, hey, you freed the world biggest narco trafficker and locked the world biggest narco trafficker up, allegedly. You stopped drugs, allegedly. You stopped drugs that don't even come in our direction. You stop drugs that go to friends. See, they think I'm stupid and I'm slow and I don't know that. Yeah, you stop drugs that go to friends that don't even come to us. And you said it was Fetty Wap. You said it was fentanyl. You said it was Fetty Wap. Bro, you know where that shit come from, fool. You know where it come from. You know where that Fetty Wap come from. Trump, you know the squinch eye people? Hey, that's who got that shit. They got that shit by the boatloads over there. So why you ain't fucking with them? Why you ain't fucking with them? Shit, I don't like Kamala either. I don't like Kamala. I don't like Trump. I wouldn't have voted for neither one of them. Dog, you don't have to vote, fool. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't make the decision. That's what I thought. You know, wait till the next round. It's gonna be okay. You can skip one, or two, or three, or four till you feel comfortable. Like you can't throw them. I don't. Them people ain't for us. Them are not leaders, bro. We talking about leaders, leaders, bro, leaders. Y'all don't know what a leader is because y'all think this fat fuck is one. That ain't no leader. That's not a leader. A leader is that thinks about everybody, not just a certain type of people. And it ain't even white or black people with this nigga. It's a certain his certain type of people is millionaires. And half you niggas in the chat typing not even one. That's what's crazy. Y'all screaming trap 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 trap, and y'all not even millionaires, brother. You're in the same boat as me, man. Hey, you in the same boat as me. Little do y'all know. Y'all just voting for shit cause y'all see shit. Hey, like them business owners up there in them big cities that opened up them grocery stores. 5 generations. Didn't know that they was voting for the same shit that was helping his grocery store bow. Hey, EBT was responsible for 30% of his sales. Trump took that shit away and fucked it up, dropped his sales. A 5 generation grocery store, the fifth generation is gone. He voted for Trump. Hey, he mad now. He mad now. Y'all need to read. That showed me right there that I know my people don't read. We ignorant as motherfuckers sometimes. But not the smart people not reading though. Not the smart ones not reading though. Hey, hey, the truth hurt, man. 30, hey, man. That's what they say, dog. You know, I don't know what's true or what's true. I'm just going off what the news and shit saying. That's what they say. Now, so, you know, bro, they trying to impeach this man. Now, the first time, the first time that it's plenty people that have presented paperwork for him to be impeached, but never judges. Never judges. When I seen that, I was like, damn, that's the people that I thought was on his side in them courtrooms and shit. Hey man, they sneaking sliding paperwork on you. They trying to backdoor your ass. Hey, I'm telling you, dog, it's some shit going on. So don't be mad at me. Be mad at them judges and shit that sliding that paperwork over them people desks trying to get y'all boy out of there. You know, you know. Hey, well, tell CNN they lying then. And of course, they ain't gonna tell you who the judge is doing it so Trump can get him fired. Hmm, hmm. Yeah. I said, damn, well, they got a judge. What's his name, man? You can't find out the name. I wonder why. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, that truth hurt, man. I'm telling you, dog, because when my people do dumb shit too, man, I be feeling like that too, fool. I'm telling you, dog. I really do, fool. But on this one, this on y'all, folks. It's on y'all, man. This one on y'all, dog. Can't put this one on us. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know, tell CNN and NBC and all them news stations that they lying. Shit, hey, tell them that they lying. Don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting what they saying, dog. That shit hurt. Yeah, the comments come so fast. They get furious behind this shit, dog. And that's how I know this shit is like, yeah, yeah. It kind of hits. It's like a gut puncher. That nigga that went in there and changed the credit line and everything. Nigga, that nigga changed everything, nigga, that's gonna help them. Nigga, that you changing that credit shit is not gonna get us none. It's not gonna get us none. Like, y'all better wake the fuck up. Don't have me keep going, boy. Then they gonna tell me I'm lying. Nigga, I ain't lying. Nigga, did he not change it or not? Did he not change it? Did he not change it though? I want to see if I'm lying or not. Did he not change it though? Did he not change that credit shit, fool? That ain't helping us. That's crazy how you can't give these people food stamps that's hungry. These war veterans that's hungry that need food stamps. These single mothers that's hungry that need food stamps. But you can go change the credit limit, right? Man, y'all stupid as fuck, dog. Y'all stupid as hell, dog. That nigga, they going to fix everything that's gonna help them, my nigga. That ain't, nigga. We ain't worried about that shit right now, nigga. We worried about getting these prices low, nigga. Worried about getting this gas shit low, nigga. Nigga, you steady dibbling and dabbling with the wrong motherfucking shit, dog. But that's how they do, though. Man, you could go fix a credit score, you know, nigga stipulation. Listen, you fix the credit score, yeah, that's cool. They telling you need to change the whole situation of the way that y'all do it. We don't give a damn about the credit score. Change the situation, the stipulations, cause we still ain't gonna be able to get the shit. It's only for y'all, fool. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid, man. What motherfuckers on, man? You can't sit up here and pull no wool on my eyes when I know I'm looking at it. Y'all looking at it too, though. Y'all looking at it too, though. But see, that's that shit that was taught. That's that bullshit that was taught to y'all, dog. That's that. It's got to be that shit that was taught to y'all, fool. Because nobody gonna see something, see the sky is blue, and then somebody tell you it's red, and you just gonna say, "Oh yeah, it is red." My nigga, you got to be out your damn mind, fool. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Don't get mad about the food stamps because y'all get most of them. Don't you dare talk about no EBT when the whites is leading and getting them and getting them. You want me to show you? You want me to you want me to show you? You want me to show you? That's why this shit ain't about white and black. It's about rich and poor, stupids. It's not about white and black, bro. If they leading in food stamps and he cut it out, what that mean? What the fuck do that mean? What do that mean? If y'all getting all the zoom zooms and the wham whams and he cut it off, nigga, what that mean? I'm gonna tell you what it mean, since you don't want to answer. He don't give a fuck about you either. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because you ain't on the Forbes list. You- I'm not on the Forbes list. You get what I'm saying? They want this shit to be like Dubai or something, fool. They want everybody to have millions and mansions and get the fuck out. Hey, that's a millionaire. That's a billionaire's way of thinking. Well, you know what I'm saying? Now they gotta work now, sir. Y'all better go read them rules. Everybody gotta work now. So, hey, everybody gotta work now, bro. Y'all got to understand, dog. It don't just go to mothers, bro. Them people that's go into the army and get out the army, they qualify for that shit too, fool. So when you talk about fuck EBT, you saying fuck the people that fought the war for us to be free and shit, dog. I stay in the army town. I didn't know that. I just learned that, dog. I would have thought that if you fought a war for the army, that shit, and you get out the respectfully the right way, that they will take care of you for life and you don't need no damn food stamps. I thought. I thought. So y'all got a lot to learn, dog. I don't know everything, dog. You know what I'm saying, Des? But I read, dog, a lot. My girl just said this. She said, you play with that chat GPT too much. It's knowledge. Y'all stupid. I can play with chat GPT all day long and ask that whole questions. I'm inquisitive. Mm. Yeah, that has been known since the 40s, but it can be known since the 40s. I didn't know it. There's no way the way y'all dog listen, the way white people dog out food stamps that I would have thought that they was the first ones in line. No, I wouldn't have never. No, I wouldn't have thought that. No, 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 no. I don't see white people swiping they EBT cards in the store. I don't. I don't. I don't. Like I don't. I don't know what ghetto y'all stay in. In my ghetto, I don't see no white people swiping no EBT cards. You know where they doing that at? In them trailer parks and all that shit. Trailer park full. Everybody got it. Hey, you know how many trailer parks it is around this bit? Yeah, it's a lot. It's many projects. Same thing. No different. Mm, I never seen nobody, bro. Every time I'm in front of a white person, they pull out a card. But these days, they pull out a card, bro. I don't really even see too many people with cash, dog. I just don't. I don't, bro. I see them people swiping, nigga, or using their phone to pay. Like, nigga, I ain't never seen like like I don't like I didn't even know that. I didn't even know war veterans needed food stamps. I didn't know that. Nigga, if you fought front line for this country, nigga, I feel like this country should take care of you and return you the favor back for life. It don't happen. It don't happen. Yep, tap to pay. It don't happen, dog. It don't happen, dog. And that's wrong, fool. And the reason how I found it out is because when Trump did that shit on Thanksgiving, you know how the churches do. The church is gonna give out food and shit. It was Thanksgiving time. I never forget it. And as I'm watching the news, man, them motherfucking lines were so long at them churches. It was these people, most of the people that they were interviewing was in the army. I was like, wow, wow. Y'all don't even care about them. But y'all going over there front line to steal that oil, huh? Hey, hey, need I keep going? Y'all want me to keep going? Yeah, do y'all want me to keep going though? You really want me to keep going? Hey, I spit nothing but facts, bro. I don't have no reason to lie on Trump, bro. I don't know that guy. I don't know him. I'm just telling y'all what I read, dog, and it's not making sense. It used to be they used to hide shit from us. Now they do this shit right in your face. Bro, that nigga sent that note to them Africans about that gold, bro. That's extortion, fool. That's extortion. That is extortion, dog. That's exactly what it is, bro. It's extortion. Bro, that's not a deal being made, bro. Like the president over there said, our country is not for sale. Cause that's basically what you're trying to do. Trying to use your money and throw it around. Man, listen, dog. He said our shit ain't for sale. You wanna try to come take it? Try. And what's fucked up about it is they said that how they found out about the gold is from them satellites, bro. I just read the story on this shit, dog. They found out about the gold from that big ass satellite that's outside the outside the planet, nigga. That bitch circling the motherfucking thing, and they say that shit was heating up over there in Africa when it gets over that them mountains. Them people seen all that shit, nigga. America seen all that shit, bro, and they wanted to take that shit too. Gold and oil. There wouldn't have been no country ever in history could fuck with us. Gold, gold goes up. It don't go backwards. Now I gotta pay attention to the signs, dog. They try to go over there and take them people's shit, give them 48 hours, bro. What? Hey, when you came over there, Trump, what'd he tell you, Trump? Hey, what that sorry president tell your ass? He didn't even talk to you, fool. That nigga came out with the letter, told him, well, you got 48 hours to get the hell up out of our country. That's what he told you. So you know he plexed up. Why you ain't beefing with them? Because it's a bigger country. It's a bigger country. You're not gonna be able to use them little tools and fuse like y'all did and pay them people out. It don't work like that. It's honorable soldiers over here, bro. Real honorable. And see, the difference between that country and this country is that man take care of his people. New Zealand don't. They don't take care of their people. So of course the people gonna roll on them. Of course the people gonna roll on them. It's a big difference. And y'all gonna learn that. And y'all gonna figure that out. It's a big difference. Right. How y'all making all that, how y'all selling all that drugs in New Zealand and you not taking care of your people? They said 60%, no, either 80% or 60% of the people in New Zealand is poor. Bro, y'all ran through 400 tons of Fetty Wap. That's what they saying. 400 tons, nigga. If you doing illegal shit, you gotta take care of your people. You have to take care of your people. How you gonna sell all them drugs, fool? And y'all the only people. They even said that, nigga, you didn't even take care of your army. I would have thought the army was the part of the crew. You would have took care of them people. You wasn't even taking care of the people, your shooters. Y'all making all that money and spending it on yourself. And you think that man, that's why the people over there so happy. That's why them people, I'm like, why these people so happy like this, nigga? They just took your money. That's because, nigga, 80% of them people live in poverty, bro. Y'all making all that money off dope, though. Man, come on, bro. Y'all stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, y'all. At least I'm telling y'all, dog, go watch the El Chapo movie, fool. And y'all will see what I mean about he gonna take care of his people. The spot where he was landing, El Chapo was landing the dope at, was hot. But it was an island in between them spots. But he didn't know nothing about the people. He just knew it was an island. It really didn't have no running water. It didn't have no lights really. So they was really living old fashioned. So what he did, landed the plane there, gave them people something they'd never seen before. Running water and lights. At the same time, he created a spot where he could land his dope. He landed his plane in his dope. And the second most important thing that he built a whole new army there. They treated this nigga like he was God. You have to take care of your people. I'm just gonna come over there and land my plane on their shit and just land they dope on my shit without doing nothing for them. It don't work like that, dog. It just doesn't work like that, dog. It don't work like that. And they saying I ain't making no sense. Nigga, I'm making a lot of sense. Nigga, you motherfuckers ain't never been in the streets. Y'all ain't never did nothing illegal in y'all life. That's why y'all don't understand. Y'all don't even realize that this nigga just committed a robbery. Trump just committed a robbery and just took some shit. Y'all so blind and stupid, bro. He just took that shit, dog. I took that shit, nigga. I ain't gonna give you a chance to make your decision. And his decision and their decision was they didn't want to fuck with the cash. They wanted to fuck with the other kind of currency. Bam, bomb your shit. What? That means you got to take your money, Trump, and go get some of that other kind of currency and bring it to us. I don't want to do that. Bomb your shit. Man, shut up, man. Y'all stupid if y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about. I just put it in my way. That's exactly what happened, bro. That's exactly what happened. Well, for real, like, that's exactly what happened, bro. You know? They said, well, Trump, we might not be accepting cash this time. We might want it in the, in that other kind of currency, that bullshit that everybody doing now. That nigga said, oh, nah, they tripping. Boom. Bomb your shit, nigga. Hey, basically, bro. They didn't say that they was gonna do it. They said that they was thinking of doing it, nigga. They didn't even get to make the decision. Like, they didn't even get to make the decision, dog. Y'all talking to me, man. Y'all better shut up. All that shit is wrong, bro. Y'all not understanding. Why would you free the biggest drug dealer and lock up the biggest drug dealer? You wanna know why? You see how the resistance from these other countries when he trying to make deals with them, he wants to put somebody in position, his homeboy, so it won't be hard for him to make deals no more. Somebody just gonna say yes, 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 yes. So y'all can say what y'all want to say, nigga. That nigga had a good strategy. He strategized his plan. He put that shit on the board. He think he gonna win black voters back, black voters support because of that oil and them groceries. Nah, bro, you done fucked up a long time ago on Thanksgiving, my brother. Hey, take that back. Cause you chose, you could have took the food stamps away, but it's the timing you chose to do it. You fucked up, bro. You lost a lot of support, boy. You know how many people love you because they say Trump gonna give you some money? You know how many people dislike you now? Hmm. 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 That shit hurt. I'm gone, y'all. I gotta eat my breakfast, man. I'm gone.